welcome to my channel. If I haven't met you yet, let me introduce myself. I am Jennifer from the patio, and if you are a returning viewer, I want to thank you for coming back and popping into my channel and just coming back and just seeing what I'm up to. So today we are on week 8 of the Pretty Pretty Pot Plants journal making from start to finish. And so guess what? Today is the last day of this kit. I am done with making these journals, and I personally believe that they turned out very, very cute. So anyway, I wanted to pop on today real quick to show you all that I have put inside these journals that I've made. So I have 3 of them. And so today we're just going to go through them. Each of them are a little different, but yet the same. So we're going to start with the journal that we made together on this channel. So if you're interested in seeing all of, the papers and going through each week of us making the ephemera, I'm going to put a link at the top to the very first Pretty Pretty Pot Plants video. I also have a playlist so you can watch all of them after the first one. The other thing too is that you can buy this kit on my Ko-Fi shop at Jennifer from the Patio. And also on there, I have freebies that I gave away every week. When I made this kit, I gave away a freebie as well. And so go grab those freebies. And, there's all kinds of things in there like waterfalls and pockets and background pages. And so please go and grab yourself some freebies to work with in your own journals. So we're going to start with this one. I'm going to call her Sweetness. And this is the front, and so I just put a little cheesecloth and just a little. This is an envelope from some Happy Mail or whatever. Believe me, it's not happy. It's more like bills. But this is an envelope that I used. I put a tag in, and then I just backed it with some vintage Oxford dictionary page. So it just goes in like this. And then this is the back. Look how pretty that is. Love it, love it. This is a view from the side. So kind of see what it looks like. So let's take a look on the inside and see what we have. Okay. Start off with the pocket with a large tag, some coffee dyed paper, a flip out. Every one of them has this particular flip out, but each of them are different. This one, it has a tag, which I put a pocket on with a little heart. And then I have pockets with different tags inside of there. And you'll see that they're all a little bit different. And then this is an over the page. And then I just glued it so that it made a pocket on this side. So on this little pamphlet, I put a pocket with a tag for writing. Then we just have paper. I love this. This is my favorite in the pink. And this one. These two are my favorite pink ones. Each of them has the tall pocket with tags in it. So every one of them has this particular style, if you will, but they're all embellished a little bit different. They all have a pull-out card with some coffee stained paper, coffee dyed. I always say stained, coffee dyed paper on the back, and then I put a cute little bicycle charm, which keeps getting hung up. I'm gonna have to maybe change that out. I don't know. It's getting caught on the seat there. Okay. So anyway, so then this one has a flip out, which gives you a little extra writing space, and then some cards that go inside. So I have this tall one, and then I have a little smaller one. And of course, it's an over the page, and on this side, I glued it down so that it would be a pocket, and then just did some decorative trim on the edge to give it some rouge. And then we have this pocket. And then we made these. Every one of them has a little booklet. And each of these booklets has a pocket. And inside it has a little fold out. And there's you can flip it either which way you want to. However you want. And each of them has a writing space inside. And then this one I just put a big tag in for you to write on the back. Avocado stained paper, which I love. And then I have this one that has the two weird looking pockets and with some tags. Coffee dyed paper. Then I have a side tuck that is also a pocket with some tags. And then this is just a little booklet that you have for writing space. And then I have a booklet. And each of these is different, and you'll see that. This one just has a pocket with a little tag, and then this one has just a pocket and a tag. And like I say, they're the same, but different. I'm going to take this off and put it up a little bit higher with my little Tim Holtz clips. Okay. So, and then this one has, this is a tag that goes in this cute little belly band, and then this one has little circle tags for writing, and these are little writing spaces as well. I love that. Then we have the waterfall, and there's 7 waterfalls, and in each one of these, behind the waterfall is a pocket, and each of them has 2 cards in it. One vertical and one horizontal. I love that. And on my Ko-Fi, there is a freebie. This is the purple waterfall. As you can see, all the fronts are purple, and all the inserts are the pinks and the tans. But I have 2 other ones where the pink's on the outside, excuse me, and then on the inside you'll get the purple and the tan, and then on the outside there's one that's all tan, and inside you get the purple and the pink. So anyway, it's a freebie on my Ko-Fi, so go snag that for yourself. This is a flip out, gives you a little extra writing space and a tag. Of course, it's an over the page flip, and on this side I just did a decorative the way I glued it, so you could put in another card. A side pocket with some writing space and some tags. Another one of those tall pockets. This one has 2 pockets in it, so it holds the bigger tags in the back, and it's tight the way I like it, and then 2 smaller ones down at the bottom. Then of course I embellished them just a little bit different on each one. And then of course it has the pull out with the coffee dyed paper. And then this is, I did a little charm of a butterfly on that one. This is our policy closure, and I believe this one and one other has a policy closure. This one has the little circle tags, so that I love the circles. I just think it just adds a little bit of extra to it. So, and then I have the tall tag in the back. So that's the policy closure. And I love those. And then this is the back. And we have a tall tag with coffee stained. Why do I say that? I get coffee dyed paper. I'm making sure that I'm in frame. Okay, coffee dyed paper, and it looks just like the front. See? And with just a little sentiment. And then that's the back. So that is Miss Sweetness right here. So now we're going to look at the one that I made prior to making the kit. I was making the kit, testing the papers, printing them out. The hues were a little different. These are more of a dingy color. Excuse me. And the other one's more of a brighter. And so, but I used the kit. I didn't, you know, you don't want to waste paper. And so the front, and I just did the same. I used an envelope. I put a card in, backed it with the coffee dyed paper, put in some vintage Oxford dictionary page. The back is just plain. The side, don't you just love the way that looks? If you're a journal or junk journaler, that's just, mwah, you know, when you look at it. I don't know, I just love it. So, okay, so let's flip through this one real quick and see where we are. Pocket tag. This one is different, a little bit different. It has a flip out, and in each one of these, I still need to back this one. I noticed this needed to be back, but it has some little writing space here. And then it's just a flip over the page, and each of these is also a little writing space. But it's a flip over the page, decorated the back a little bit. You could see the punch, did some stars, put a big tag in. I love big tags with some coffee dyed paper. Same, this is a little bit of a different booklet because I put some of my grandmother's, this is very old. It's tracing paper. She was an artist, and she had these huge, I mean, books, these binders, and I wish I would have gotten both of them, but I only got one, and it's just full of tracing paper. And so I love that, and I put that in all of my journals. And so this one's just a little bit different, and then on the back of this one, it just has a little open flap just to give extra writing space. So that's a little different. It goes in this side pocket. And of course, we have all of the tags, a little circle tag, which I added some smaller ones to. So that's fun. And then it just hangs down in the front like that. So see, they're all different, but the same. So here's the waterfall. And this is the dingy paper, like I say, when I first started creating the kit, and I didn't really like it. And so that you'll see in the first one that I changed the paper to be like this color, like a brighter there. So you see the difference? But I still like this, but so, and I didn't want to not use the paper, so I made this one. And so I love this. I love the waterfalls. And then this is same as the other. Has a little pocket that flips up with some tags. These pull out for writing space. Same here. It's the tall pocket tag. Same. And this one's a little bit different. On the center of this journal, I love this paper. And so I thought, well, let me just put something on the left-hand side. And so I just did some flip outs so you can have extra writing space, put some tracing paper, and a big, long tag with coffee dyed paper on the back for writing. And then I just stapled some, used my new Tim Holtz stapler. I had to wait a while to get that because they're not that expensive, but you know, I try to be as frugal as I possibly can. And so anyway, so that's different. Here's the policy closure, just from like the first one. However, this one is a little bit different. I used craft paper cardstock, and so I did a small, medium, and then a large tag in the back. And I love that. It just gives you so much more writing space. And you can't really embellish it too much because it won't go in the pockets. So, but I like it because when you close it, you can't see that there's actually anything in there. So I love that. And I use, I said that. Yeah, the craft paper. And then this is different from the other. I just did a side tuck made out of a bunch of strips and different things that I had left with some little circle tags and some brads. And then I did like a little file folder set of just paper for extra writing space. Here's another flip out. And like I say, it's different because I put a pocket on this flap. And then on the inside, I put a belly band and a piece of my coffee dyed paper. My pretty coffee dyed paper, which I absolutely love. Did I tell you that I inherited this doily, plastic doilies from my mother? And so I love my mother nor my grandmother are with us anymore. And so those things are very special to me. So I love to make them. And then we have a booklet that was the over the page or the around the page. And then this booklet's a little different. I did some little strips, and then I have this one opens up, and then this pulls out. This is another card with coffee dyed paper. Just little extra things to put in your journal. This is another one of those flip outs, open, pockets. Here's another one of those pockets. This is different. I stuck this in, and on the back of here, these open. This pulls out. This opens like this, and I put this in as a pocket to keep that closed, and then I just put some coffee dyed paper in there, just for extra stuff. There's another one of those tall pockets, and this one only has one where the other one had two. And then I just have the card with the little key. This is different. This is a pocket that I decorated with the trim, the edge with the trim, and then I just folded it down and then put like a little button here and then embellished it. So that's a little different. Another side tuck. That's the last page. It has the side tuck with all of the tags, and then this is just a writing card. But I love the way it's all cut, and so that is, I think, a freebie. This is one of the freebies on my Ko-Fi, so go and check that out. And you get, I'm pretty sure you get the back page too. So, and then there's the back. So there's that, and we're going to call her Miss Sunshine. So we have Miss Goodness, Miss Sweetness and Miss Sunshine. And then the very last one is one that I made with, it's kind of a purple theme. I pulled a bunch of different ephemera in that was purple, but I used the papers that were used in my Pretty Pretty pot plan. So I thought I'd show you that too, because it's a little different. So I have the tree, and I love that. I might put a little something here. I'm not sure. And the back is the bicycle with the balloons and the music. I love that. So I still need to put something there, but other than that, it's finished. And so we have the first page, which I used a piece of vellum, and then this is a pocket with a card. And I love, there's some things you're going to see in here that I love, and I'm going to do a video of these on my Let's Get to Crafting of how to make all of these fun pockets with book pages. So there's that. And you can tell this is a little bit dingier look because this is, I used the paper from the beginning. Then I have this. This is a fold out with a card and a tag and another tag and a side pocket. And as you can tell, like I said, I pulled in other things that were, purple. I love that. Coffee. Whew, love that. That's pretty too. And this is another one that I want to show you guys. And at some point, I'll do it on our Let's Get to Crafting. And those come out Mondays at 6 a.m. But all of my kits, the videos associated with my kits will come out on Fridays at 12 noon. So if you're, if you're interested in checking those things out. So I have a pull-out card. But this is made out of dictionary page. And it gives you so much to work with. So you have a pocket, but it's a flip up. You can write in here. And then you can put some extra little goodies here. There's a pocket. So you can, I just made that and then backed it with some just regular lined paper. And then I love this because look at this tag. It is such a large tag, but I love it. And that's why I love these pockets, because it allows you to put these huge tags in, which I absolutely adore. So, and I double my dictionary page, but we'll talk about that at another time. This is some vintage ledger page that I inherited from my grandmother, and I love it. I use it sparingly because it's so precious to me. Here's another pocket with a tag and a pull out. I love these pockets too. It's made, of course, you can tell, with an envelope. It's a little pocket, a tall tag, very simple, using a sweet little pink brad. Some graph paper, beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? But you can tell the difference between this and the other journal, because this is more of a dingy look. But I love it, but I still wanted to use it. And then this is another one that I need to show you guys, but it's just a cylinder flip down with 2 pockets for extra writing space. And so I'll show you how, and there's a pocket. I use some handmade paper, not mine, but I think it's bought. Then just a little pocket, you know, with some ripped paper. And this is one of my designs too. That's for another day. And let's see what we have back here. Nothing, but look how beautiful that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Love that. Love the color, love the look, love the dripping paint, the music, love the pot plants. It screams spring to me. I just love it. Okay, this is a tuxedo pocket with just a card in it. And I don't know if I made, yeah, I did make it to where you could put a card behind it as well, but I did not put one in there yet. A little flip out for just a little extra place to write. And then this is just an envelope that is used as a belly band, and then it has a card inside of it. And so that's fun. Made with Little House on the Prairie book page. Love the dripping paint, paper, pretty. And then this is another one made from Little House on the Prairie. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, I bought this at a thrift store. But anyway, I took it and then folded down the pages and then made just large pockets. And so you can see I just have cards, and then I have another tall tag. Don't you just love those? I just love them. Love, love, love. Okay, enough of me loving stuff, but yes, I love that. And this, if you could see that, I'm going to pull it up a little bit. Can you see the design on that avocado dyed paper? Is just, look at the flowers. And you can kind of see on the other side, it's just, it's embossed just a little bit. That is just, I love it. It's so pretty. Once again, you know, my mother's doilies that I use. So on this side, I have just a little waterfall cascade, just a little skinny one I used as a belly band, and then just put a card in. And I want to say, this paper that I use, some of the paper is either my porch prints, shabby backgrounds, or it is Pink Monarch prints, shabby. And I want to say it's Pink Monarch. But there's like purples and oranges and pinks and stuff. But anyway, I love that paper. So I want to give a shout out to them because it's beautiful. Okay, getting towards the back. This is just another little pocket I made out of music page. And I made a tag with another tag in it. And using some of the Tim Holtz frames. Just did a fun little decoration there. Put some tags in there. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Love it. Love it. And then this is a very tall pocket made out of a book page. And I thought, wow, isn't that beautiful? It just fits so perfect in this with the purple. And of course, I have one of my tall tags in here that I just put a little fringe at the top. And I love it. Love it, love it. And then this is pretty pot plants, but you can see it's a little bit different than the other ones, and that's okay. I just use everything that I print. And then I put some hearts on here. And then this is a flip out. This isn't actually magnetic. I put a magnet on here and then put a pocket behind. And then I backed it. But yeah, isn't that cute? Put a little embellishment, have a card in there. And I have a pull out on this side. Pretty on the vellum. Love it. And that's it. That is it. And so we have our 3. I'm not sure what I'm going to call this one yet. So I have my Miss Sweetness, and then I have Miss Sunshine, and then I have the tree. And so I love them. They're all done. They're complete. They're going to be on my Ko-Fi shop. So if you're interested in purchasing them, you can go to my Ko-Fi shop and take a look at them, and as well as my kits. And so we're done with pretty pot plants. We are moving on to my new kit called Come Away With Me. It is a watercolor kit. It's a very surreal, serene, and soft, and it's just a time for us to take a little respite away from the hustle and bustle of life and go to a cottage in the woods, walk by the lake, read a book in the garden on a wooden bench, and spend time walking and musing in the meadow. And so that's what my next kit is about. And so I hope you will join me for that. And for now, I say thank you. Thank you for stopping in and hanging out with me. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And remember, you only know what you know until you know something different. Bye-bye.